All right, welcome one, welcome all, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Can I tell you, it has been an exciting first half in this game between Glenmuir High and St. Elizabeth Technical High School. But can I tell you, Stats, they have had the better of Glenmuir in this half. As a matter of fact, I would say at this point, State should be at minimum 2 goals, leading into this one. But it is what it is, unfortunately. It is still nil all between the two schools at halftime. So, what is your view so far on this one? I am telling you, it's a good game. It's a good look right now for Stetson. Is it that they have missed their opportunities? Ovi, I think you'll have something to share on this one. So, would love to hear from you, but come on one, come on all, and let's give a quick, we're just doing this at the break, so halftime break, so would love to hear from you. So I'm going in the chat, and if you're calling us, of course we can only take some quick short calls. All right, so let me just see if we have anyone here in the chat. But my, Glenmere came out blazing for the first 10 minutes or so. But thereafter, Steds took over. And yes, they got opportunities. Opportunities. So, but unfortunately, they did not, capitalize on the opportunities. Ovi, talk to us. What are your views on this one?
Oh, yes. As I said to you earlier, Glenmuir is going to be the happy of the two teams here because they should be under 2 goals, at least 2 goals, because they have been outplayed in the last 35 minutes or so of the game. I agree with you. Glenmuir came out really red hot in the first 10 minutes, but they fell off, and Stets slowly improved their game and they took charge of the game throughout the last 35 minutes or so, creating 2 or 3 clear chances. And, they will be really disappointed with how the strikers took on those chances. Just the keeper alone to beat, and just need a placement, no pressure from defenders, and they should have done better there. And let's see what happens in the second half. Hopefully these missed opportunities won't come back to bite them in any way or form. But I'm expecting to see adjustments from Glenmuir in terms of how they go about the next 45 minutes. And if I were in the Stets camp, I would say keep on going up there and guys find the back of the net. The strikers need to do well. And I'm coming back over to you soon, but Orain Watson being marked out of the game, that is quite critical.
Yeah.
And I think that needs to be addressed by the Glenmuir, the Glenmuir coaching team. So let's see if that will be sorted out, and and see how things pan out in this one. But advantage stats so far, and I'm not stuttering with this one. It's a wide margin. Glenmuir dominated for 10 minutes, I would say, and the rest of the 35 minutes, it was all stats.
For sure, Ovia, I totally agree. As a colored supporter right now, I totally agree. The need to find another way. Obviously, as you mentioned, as we have been seeing, Orain Watson is out, is marked out. I am looking forward to seeing Miller and Cohen, stepping up some more. But I don't think I am getting that from the colored team. So as you mentioned, it would be, I guess, prudent or wise for the coaching team to kind of revisit their game plan in the context of how Stets has showed up and show off in the very first half of this game. I mean, we'll see what happens in the second half. Will Stets maintain that momentum? Because if they do, I believe they're going to take this cup all the way to St. Elizabeth. And guess what? They're going to pass Clarendon, they're going to pass right by there. So, that's definitely something that we're going to look forward to in the context of the second half, just how both teams will respond, because even though Stets had these fantastic opportunities, the game is still nil all. So it means at this point is that any team can still take this one. But for sure, we have to give it up to St. Elizabeth Technical in the very first half, for the very first half of this, DaCosta Cup final. We're still here, and for sure, we're going to be continuing. We'll continue to bring you some updates, obviously at the end, but we're here, and we would love to hear from you. And a lot of persons are not here for obvious reasons, so that's why we watch over there, and yes, we talk here, but it's what it is. I am thinking that Glenmuir, they're going to respond in a different way. So I'm expecting to see changes to their game plan in the second half, and maybe, just maybe, repositioning Headley may be good. I don't know, in that context as well. So maybe we should see, because it cannot be business as usual for Glenmere High School. Stets, they're doing well, and the thing is, will they continue that momentum? And if Glenmere changes their plan, which obviously they need to do at this point, how will they respond to that new plan? So is it a case where Stets, they have missed all those grand opportunities of really taking this DaCosta Cup, or will they get some more opportunities to to get this cup all the way to St. Elizabeth? And I know they're playing with everything right now, that St. Elizabeth Technical High School team, but it is what it is. It's Stets for the first half of this one, for sure, and it has been nothing but exciting so far. When I saw some misses there from Stets, I'm like, come on, and that's the beauty of the game. We're supporting students, so win, lose, or draw, support the students. And when you see a good play, credit the students. It doesn't matter if they're from your side or not. All right, we want to support them in the best possible way we can. So we're still asking you now at this point, halftime, nil all, who do you believe will win? Obviously, still has a color already now. But we'll definitely see. But can I tell you, Stets, they say one technical, and trust me, they show up as one technical. One technical in the first half for sure. That's St. Elizabeth Technical. So if you're just tuning in, this is our halftime update, and we're just letting you know that at halftime it is nil all, and we're giving Stets, St. Elizabeth Technical High School, that first half. They really showed up and showed off, and so kudos to the St. Elizabeth Technical team. But as you know, they say the ball is round, and it has to get into the back of the net for those beautiful plays and for those opportunities to be counted. So what will happen in the second half? Your guess is as good as mine. Will this go to the dreaded penalty kicks? Well, you gotta stick and stay. All right, stay tuned over there, and obviously come back here for the conversation. All right, guys, so I guess they're almost getting ready for the second half. So almost time for the second half. I'm just doing a quick check-in in the chat. So if you're in the chat, please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and the subscription button, and continue to make it Voices in Education. All right, Voices in Education is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. We do that in a respectful way to ensure that we're maintaining our safe community. On that note, we do not belittle anyone, we do not bash anyone, we do not defame or disrespect anyone. We keep it real and respectful. All right, so who will win of it? Tell us. Is it color red or is it one technical? Right now, we'll perhaps find out in about 45 minutes. Well, a little bit more, in about 50 minutes or so. We'll definitely see. But Tops and Hour, unless they're going to take those penalty kicks for sure. But it has been a very good first half. And if you're just tuning in, we're giving the first half to the St. Elizabeth Technical High School team. So well done, Stets and Color Red. You have work to do for the second half. Thank you guys for coming over, for sticking and staying with us. And yeah, continue to enjoy the game between Glenmere High School, straight out of Mapen Clarendon, and St. Elizabeth Technical High School, straight out of Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth. And will they cruise into the second half and capitalize on some opportunities that they'll create for themselves? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, but we'll definitely see. All right, we're going over now to the second half. So, bye, guys.